Another powerful proof of a good faith marriage is owning real estate together. Because when you own real estate, there's a lot of responsibilities and liabilities that happen when you own real estate with your spouse. So the title of the house with both your names on it is a really powerful document to have. It shows you're building a life together and you're really investing together. Rental agreements, you're both on the lease, that's also very good information. You know, even if you're renting a room in a house, you can still get the person who owns the house or the main, the main tenant that you're subleasing from. You can have them write a letter that you're living together or make up some sort of lease. You can get lease forms at Staples or any other kind of, stationery store. And you can even get them on the internet too. And any old thing that shows your name on it is going to work. Because a lease, it's legally binding. So again, it does show responsibilities. Who's liable for the rent? Well, both of you are. Okay, that says a lot to the Immigration Service in terms of a legal relationship. Correspondence to both of you guys from other people. Even if it's junk mail, a lot of times it doesn't have a ton of evidentiary weight, but it'll show you guys are living at the same address. And so a couple pieces of junk mail brought into the interview are also really good. And correspondence, of course, saying from your friends and family for the holidays and stuff are also good. And again, I would make a Xerox copy of the envelope that has the name on it. Ideally it's going to have both your names on it and the address. But even if it just has one envelope with one spouse's name and address and a separate envelope with the other spouse's name and the same address on it, I put both those envelopes on the copy machine and make a copy of that and get that in my file, just to show that we're both living at the same address. Here's another one, wills. A will is, again, a really powerful legal document. It doesn't cost that much to make. It can be very simple. It can actually be handwritten. I'm not going to advise you on how to draft a will because that's totally legal advice and I can't give any legal advice. However, I will say that it's simple to do and it says a lot. I mean, it says that when I die, all of my stuff goes to my spouse. So that is a very important legal document, shows an important legal relationship. Sworn letters. Now, sometimes you may not have a lot of this stuff. Around here in the Nashville area, we file the application for the green card and we're going to have an interview in about 3 months. So there's not a lot of time to get a lot of these documents sometimes. So you can use sworn affidavits from your friends. And they're going to say, the friend's going to talk about themselves. My name's Mark Daly, I'm an attorney in Nashville, give my background in the first paragraph. The second paragraph, they're going to want to say, I know, Dick and Jane, and you talk about what you've done together. We've gone out to restaurants, we've gone to movies, we've been dancing together, hanging out, I bring them over to my house for dinner, it's great. And then the final paragraph is going to say, I really believe that they have a bona fide relationship. It's a good faith marriage, and I want you to approve the green card. And then you're going to swear under penalty of perjury that the statement is true and correct. And then I would sign it in front of a notary. That type of a letter is going to have some evidentiary weight. Whereas if I just write on the back of an envelope, yeah, they love each other, right? That's not going to have any evidentiary weight to it. So you got to make sure if you're going to get letters, sworn letters from friends, that it has those types of safeguards on it. The other way to prove a good faith marriage is to stay married for 2 years. Because under the law, if you're married less than 2 years, when you get your green card, it's going to be called a conditional resident card. And that means you're only sort of like a green card holder. In 2 years, if you're not married anymore, the Immigration Service can take it away, cancel your green card, and deport you. So when you go to the interview and you're married more than 2 years, when you get your green card, it's not a conditional permanent residency. It's a real permanent residency. It's a straight up, full-on, bona fide permanent resident card. So getting married, staying married for 2 years, that's kind of the cutoff for the Immigration Service saying, okay, they have a good faith marriage, we believe them. The final thing about proving a good faith marriage is the actual interview. And in the interview, you're going to have your opportunity to prove your good faith marriage. So I actually have another video clip that talks about the possible interview questions. And I encourage you to look at that video to get more specific details on that. If you are filling out your green card forms by yourself, I would direct you to step-by-step-immigrationforms.com. It's a website that I started that has video tutorials on how to fill out all the forms that you need to get a green card on your own. And there's also videos on the interview, there's videos on criminal incidents, there's videos on marriages and divorces, and there's also video on children and illegal entry. So there's a whole bunch of videos in that package, step-by-step immigration forms. And so, but whatever you do, I wish you the best of luck in going forward with your immigration case.